Yo, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
Mandy O.
We are KAMMA, about to talk about the early predictions for the main card for UFC 306 Noche, Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. Let's get into it. Andy O, who's part of the main card here?
All right, so opening things up, we got Ronaldo Rodriguez against Odie Osborne. Then it's Daniel Zellhuber against Esteban Ribovic. We have Brian Ortega against Diego Lopez in the feature fight. Then it's for the women's flyweight title between Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. And the main event is Sean O'Malley against Merab Dvalishvili.
It's so hard to say his last name.
Yeah, a little hard. It gets
Dvalishvili.
good old Merab. All right, Real Deal. Who do you got between Rodriguez and Osborne here?
All right, we're going to get it started with the first fight here. Ronaldo Rodriguez against Odie Osborne. I have written off Odie Osborne a long time ago. Okay? I am fucking done with Odie Osborne. Don't even fucking send this guy. I don't even want to talk about this guy.
Next.
The pick is going to be obviously Ronaldo Rodriguez. Odie Osborne absolutely sucks. I've had this. And again, look. I like Odie Osborne. I would like him to win, but he's not going to win because he's stupid. He does stupid mistakes. He fucks up in the cage all the time when he's fighting. Even when he's winning, he manages to lose. He lost. He got subbed by Jeff El Filo in his last fight. Got subbed by Asu Almabayev the fight before that. I don't know how he beat Charles Johnson. That was a split decision, but if you ask me there, Charles Johnson won that one. And he also got knocked out by Tyson Nam. He's absolute trash. Lost 3 out of his last 5, 32 years old. We're going to go with the younger guy, the Mexican, Ronaldo Rodriguez. He's going to easily take down Odie Osborne. He's got some good ground game. Ronaldo Rodriguez is very, very good at submissions. He subbed Denis Bandar in his last fight. And Odie Osborne is susceptible to submission. So right there, we could see that this is a beautiful match here for Ronaldo to get his ground game and jiu-jitsu going. He had an awesome UFC debut. I really like this guy. He's an up-and-coming prospect. And they fed him a can here to break. They gave Ronaldo a layup here because they want to promote this guy, push him a bit. So they gave him Odie Osborne. Easy win for Ronaldo. Yeah. I got Ronaldo winning here. Let me see how he wins here. I think submission is live. The guy's also got 7 knockouts. He's a pretty tough guy, 3 decisions. I'm going to say he gets a finish here, knockout or submission. Submission is where I think he's going to do he's going to finish him.
This guy's not bad on the feet either. You'd think Ozzy Osbourne has the big advantage there, but I don't think he really does, despite his long reach. I don't think he's very good at using his reach. If Ronaldo gets in a trouble at any point here, I think he will say, okay, enough's enough, and he's going to get in there and take him down. I don't think he's going to have a real problem with that because it is Osborne's weakness. Subs are one of Osborne's weaknesses, and this guy can sub him out for sure. And I think there's going to be a lot of finishes on this card. Give me Rodriguez to get the sub in round 2.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're in agreement once again. By the way, folks, me and Andy O, we were in agreement in all of the fights in the prelims. Check that video out if you haven't. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban Ribovic. Who you got here, Andy O?
All right, Zellhuber against Ribovic. I'm pretty high on Zellhuber here. I like his range and reach. I like the way he fights. He's very exciting. I like the fact that he's well-rounded and he's more technical than Ribovic. Ribovic doesn't throw many combinations. He throws a lot of power into every single one of his shots. I feel that Zellhuber's gonna be careful here, avoid those big shots, and pick him apart and not doing anything crazy and assure himself the win here. That's what I think is going to happen. So give me Zellhuber, who's really more on the side of a decision guy these days, like overall, right? I think it remains that way. Decision for Zellhuber here.
Yeah, definitely love Daniel Zellhuber in this one. I got to stick with him. I know that Esteban Ribovics is a good dog, though. We'll talk about that on the betting.
He has some
Because
power.
he does have some power. But what I really like about Daniel Zellhuber here, first of all, he's going to be 3 years younger. Second of all, he's going to be 3 inches taller. Third of all, he's going to have a fucking significant 8-inch reach advantage, which is absolutely insane. Because already Daniel Zellhuber is a guy that likes to keep a distance. He's already a guy that's very good at striking, very good at boxing, good leg kicks, and he's going to stay at a distance from Esteban. He's
You'll
going
see.
to piece
You'll
him
see how this guy's capable of with the exact same reach advantage and using it better than a guy like Osborne against.
exactly. Osborne does not know how to use his reach advantage because he strikes very awkwardly and weird. But not Daniel Zellhuber. This guy knows how to fight. He's fighting out of Extreme Couture. Very good camp. Very good camp there. Very good boxing. Very good striking. Very good leg kicks. And if he wants to, he has submissions. Okay. Now he did sub Christos Giagos by anaconda choke the fight before the last one against Francisco Prado, where he won a unanimous decision. But if he does want to take the fight down there, he can, and he does have submissions. Daniel Zellhuber is well-rounded, like you said. The guy has 7 knockouts, 3 subs, 5 decisions. Very well-rounded fighter. And again, with all those advantages, the youth, the height, the reach, I got to go for Daniel Zellhuber, especially the fact that he likes to fight at a distance. He likes to fucking piece up guys. And I can see him doing that, staying at a distance and just piecing up Esteban Ribovic
Yeah, me too.
with the punches and the kicks. So definitely got Daniel Zellhuber winning this one. Now,
I'd
how
like to see him
convincing
get
is
the
the
finish,
victory?
though. I'd like to see him get the finish,
I'd
but
like to see him get the finish as well. I'm going to predict. I'm going to go with a knockout or decision in this one. I don't think he subs Esteban because Esteban is pretty decent as well on the ground. He has 5 submissions himself. He's also a pretty good finisher, Esteban. So I don't think that he can get that Daniel Zellhuber will sub him, but I think he could catch him with a lot of punches. The volume of punches is going to hurt Esteban.
potentially a head kick.
Potentially a head kick. He's got good kicks as well. So we're in agreement with Daniel Zellhuber in the first fight of the main card. Let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez. Who you got here, Andio?
Okay, now this fight is it's going to be when they're both coming in at full energy, full camps, the least injuries they're going to have as opposed to the last time, right? Because they both fought different opponents. I think like Diego Lopez had his opponent changed like 5 times, I think, before the last event. So pretty
Yeah.
crazy stuff. Here, I think we're going to see the Diego Lopez we all love, very aggressive, going in there for the kill, rocking up Ortega on the feet before making something happen on the ground. I think it's unlikely that he subs Ortega, but I think a knockout is very live here. And yeah, I think Ortega, look, he surprised some people when he came back there and uh, beat Yair Rodriguez. I think a lot of people thought Yair Rodriguez would win that fight, but he looked pretty good there. But I still think, as I
Well, don't
noticed,
forget he lost to Yair Rodriguez the first time, but it was a shoulder injury he had, right?
that's true. But Ortega's fights are so far and few between. We're talking about 2-3 years between fights and injuries, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so it's more that he came back looking half decent than that. But what I wanted to say was speed kills again. Like Ortega's not fast in really anything he does except applying like a sub when they're way down there scrambling around. But his striking is very slow. I don't think he has nowhere near the intensity of Lopez. Lopez is gonna go out there and try to kill him, and I don't think Ortega is gonna stand it. So I'm gonna go for knockout, but maybe decision. Because Ortega is tough, like very tough. But again, he can be put away. And I think Diego Lopez is a guy to do it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Brian Ortega, the guy has lost 3 of his last 5 fights. Um, that Yair Rodriguez submission was a good win for him there. But, Diego Lopez, I am still on the train, man. This guy has been killing it lately. And his only loss was against Movsar Evloev, okay, who is nothing to sneeze at there.
On short notice.
And yeah, on short notice. And Movsar Evloev is undefeated still, by the way.
Yeah.
He subbed Gavin Tucker, knocked out Pat Sabatini, knocked out Sadiq Youssef. And when Dan Ige came in there in short notice, he beat him even though he had changed, like you said, like 3 opponents or 4 opponents or something like that. Then Dan Ige came in the last second there, and Diego was able to beat him and faced some adversity in that fight, but he still came back and got the win. Now, Diego Lopez, masterful on the ground, masterful submission specialist. I don't want to go out there and say that Ortega can't get subbed. I don't believe that. Fuck that, man, because Diego Lopez, when these guys are scrambling, he could latch in a sub, man. Nobody is invincible from a submission, okay? Now, what I like here is the fact that he's going to be 3 inches taller than Brian Ortega, which is a really, really good thing there. He's going to have the height advantage. He's going to be the bigger guy. Also, he's packing a significant 3.5-inch reach advantage also for Diego Lopez. So on the feet, the striking, Diego Lopez is a much better striker than Brian Ortega. I think he's better on the feet.
I wouldn't say he's much better.
He's been getting really good lately with his striking.
He has more power. He has more power, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he's been improving his striking. I don't know if you've noticed, man, but over the course of the years, man, Lopez has been improving his striking a lot. He's become really good on the feet now. So he has that. He can bang with fucking Brian Ortega on the feet, and he can bang on the ground. He can take him down and get us. I think he can get a submission on Brian Ortega. I'm not going to be scared of Ortega just because he's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu and has a bit of submission. I think that Diego Lopez is better in jiu-jitsu than Ortega. And I think he finds the submission, man. I'm going to predict here Diego Lopez by submission. This is the way the guy wins most of the time. I also think a knockout can happen, so the KO or submission is fine. But I predict a submission. I don't think that Ortega is gonna be invincible from getting subbed here, man.
When do you think he'll get it?
I think it's going to be a late sub. I think it's going to be when Ortega is more tired. It's going to be in the 3rd round. I'm predicting a 3rd round submission, or he knocks him out before that.
Okay. Nice.
All right, in agreement again. Nice, looking good so far in this card. All right, let's move on up to the next fight. We got Alexa Grasso against Valentina Shevchenko. Man, this is a tough one here. I've been going back and forth on it, man, but I'm going to go against the popular demand here, and I'm going to go with Valentina Shevchenko, man. Valentina Shevchenko is coming back here. We can get her at dog odds, which is awesome. She's coming back here in this one to fight again. I think that the last fight, which ended up in a draw, I don't know if you guys remember, but one of the judges was smoking crack and fucking put a 10-8 on Grasso. That was bullshit. It ended up being a fucking robbery win for Alexa Grasso. Not a robbery win, but a robbery draw in that fight. It should have fucking been Valentina Shevchenko. I find she clearly won that fight. And when she did lose, Shevchenko lost by making a stupid mistake. She turned her back. She tried to do a side swipe kick, turned her back to Grasso. Grasso got her on the ground and ended up subbing her. But that
wasn't smart at all. Yeah,
that was a big mistake by her. I think Valentina Shevchenko has studied Alexa Grasso now. She's fought her. She knows what Alexa Grasso is about. I think she's going to switch up her game plan, come with a different game plan this time. Valentina Shevchenko is a champion, man. She's always been a champion. Knocked out Jessica Andrade, knocked out Lauren Murphy, beat Tyler Santos there. The list goes on if we go back even further for some of her other.
But if you want.
People like, Joanna Jursurgic, Jessica I, Caitlin Sermonara, Jennifer Maya. The list goes on, man. She's beaten them all. She's still a champ, man. I'm not going to fucking count her out. Somebody's got to lose, and the Mexicans have to lose sometimes. I think Alexa Grasso loses this one. I think she's going to come in there a little overconfident because she won and got that draw. I think that Valentina Shevchenko is more skillful. Yes, I know Alexa Grasso is good, but Valentina is more skillful, man. I got Shevchenko in this one, man. I got her winning by decision in this one, or maybe a knockout.
I would say that, yeah, this is going to be a very close fight. Alexa Grasso is the better boxer. I think Shevchenko has better judo and potentially better sub skills if it gets down there. But Grasso's takedown defense is pretty good, and it's going to be hard for Shevchenko to get her down there. I think Shevchenko is going to come up with a couple different looks for Grasso. I think her experience is going to get her the win here. So I'm a little surprised actually that you have Shevchenko because I do also. I think
Nice.
I think this is not only old bitch level she's getting to, it's old, bitter, vengeful. You
Oh
robbed
yeah,
me bitch level. So she's gonna come there with a vengeance and angry. I think
yeah.
but she's gonna not gonna come there with like a lunatic and do something stupid again or do something stupid, leave herself open. I think it's gonna just carry her very determined and I really feel Shevchenko is going to get the win here. Big statement win from Valentina for the comeback.
Nice. I love it, man. Like I said, Alexa Grasso is very, very good, but you got to remember Valentina is a champion, man. And like I said, when she lost to Grasso, it was a silly, stupid mistake that she made. She's not going to fight like that this time around. She clearly won the last fight. One of the judges fucked that over to make that draw happen, but she clearly won that fight. Everybody knows it. Everybody who watched that fight knows that Valentina won that fight. It was hands down. It was clear as ABC. So this time around, Valentina is going to be pissed off, like you said. I think she's got more skill. Hey, Valentina's 23-4. Grasso's 16-3. She's got 7 more wins, man, than Alexa Grasso, man, and only 1 more loss from the 7 more wins. Like 23-4 is nothing to sneeze at, man. Valentina Shevchenko makes the comeback, gets the fucking belt back, man. Let's go, Valentina. I got her in this one. Nice. Let's move on.
Yes.
The main event of the evening here: Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. Who you got here, Andy O?
I have I got to go with Sugar Sean here.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is what I think is going to happen quick before a little more thoughts is that Sean O'Malley is going to catch him early, whether it's a knee or a very hard combo that's going to fool him on the second or third shot coming in. We all know that Devashevy is going to, sorry, is going to, Murad's going to get in there and do what he does and try to weaken O'Malley. I think O'Malley's going to be completely prepared for that. Take him out early on because you got to remember, prior to this, man, even in fights he won, Murad has been rocked, man, before coming back. He was rocked. What comes to mind immediately was Marlon Moraes rocked him up completely, and of course ended up losing that fight because Moraes has no energy past late in the first round. But it's happened before with him, and I think it happens here. And there's no better to do that to him than a guy as fast as O'Malley with the footwork O'Malley has. And yeah, or man, I say Devashvili it's possible that he gets a late finish. So I'm looking maybe in the future for betting purposes, maybe late finish for Devashvili, but I don't think it's going to happen. Give me Sean O'Malley by knockout. And also, I think O'Malley's takedown defense is good as well as his ground game. It's a lot better than people think. The guy works his ground game all the time.
yeah.
Not it's the best, but it's a lot better than people think. It's just that, yeah, if he had his choice, it would be 100% of the time on the feet. That's where he's at his best. But he also knows, man, he's got to get his ground game up there, and he's been working on it. So let's go O'Malley.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, man. I gotta go with Sugar Sean O'Malley in this one, man. Merab Dvalishvili is not finishing anybody, okay? His last fight against Henry Cejudo was a decision. Prior to that, Peter Yan, a decision. Jose Aldo, a decision. Cody Stamen, a decision. He got 1 knockout against Marlon Moraes there 2 years and 11 months ago, almost 3 years ago. Most of his fights have been won by decision. He's a guy that doesn't have like a super amount of power here. All he really does is relentlessly try to take you down and grapple. But hey, Sugar Sean O'Malley has fought other grapplers and other guys who have submissions. He fought fucking Raulian Paiva, who's a grappler as well and a guy who's good on the ground. He fought fucking Peter Yan, who likes to grapple. He fought Aljamain Sterling, another guy who's very, very good at grappling and submissions. And also, let's not forget Marlon Vera. You know what I mean? These are all guys that have good submissions and can grapple, and Sugar Sean came through and still won. Let's not forget that he's going to be 29. He's 29 years old. Merab is 33. So he's the younger guy there. He's also going to be a significant 5 inches taller. That is significant. 5'11" to 5'6". Man, it's going to be hard for Merab to get any kind of striking going against Sean O'Malley. I don't see Merab able to fucking land anything on the chin or on the face. He's going to have a hard time punching upwards. And not to mention, Sugar Sean's going to have a 4-inch reach advantage on top of it. And Sugar Sean is very good at keeping his distance and striking from a distance and kicking and doing his thing. And he's got knockout power. He is a sniper, man. He waits and he will fucking land that punch at the right exact spot. And I think he knocks the fuck out of Merab, man, in this one. I think he knocks him out. I'm predicting the knockout for Sugar Sean O'Malley. Yeah, man, the guy is just too good. He's just been killing it lately, man. We can't jump off the train just yet here. Merab is going to do his best to try to grapple and wrestle. I think that Sugar Sean fends off those takedowns easily. Might get, he moves quickly too. The fact that he's got that speed, moves around very quickly, it's going to be hard for Merab to get him down.
Yeah, he has great footwork.
Great footwork. That's what he did against Aljamain Sterling. When Aljamain tried to take him down, he moved right out of the way. We saw it a couple of times. He moved right out of the fucking way. Very good side-to-side movement. Very good head movement. Good leg kicks. Good knees. Good elbows. Straight punches. Yo, O'Malley all the way, man. I love it, man. Me and Andy O in agreement with all of the fights in the fucking card, and we did not tell each other at all who we were picking. So this is a really good one. When that happens, we make money, baby. KAMMA, like and subscribe. Let us know. Leave some comments. Let us know who you guys have, and stay tuned for Friday for the final thoughts, face-offs,
weigh-ins, jokes.
All right. So there you have it, folks. I can't believe it, man. We're in agreement with everything.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Peace out, folks. KAMMA. Like and subscribe.